sway. Sway.
Sway.
Sway.
In the morning.
In the morning.
In the morning.
Don't shake your body.
Wake your fuck ass up.
Sway in the morning, shade 4-5, man. Sick with it. The click. I was thinking about this the other day. I was thinking about my family here, man. After I was just tracing back some hip-hop history. It's a project Kelly and I about to start working on dealing with hip-hop history. And we were thinking about some of the greatest of all time, you know, and we were basing it on the longevity, the quality of work, the impact, the influence, you know, the relevance, and all of those things. So we start naming guys, you know, like, you know, of course, we named Jay-Z, you know, and Nas, and, you know, Biggie and Pac, and Big Daddy Kane. Rakim and Eminem. You know, we're having these conversations, and we start naming Melly Mel and, you know, LL Cool J.
Gotta put an L. Gotta put an LL.
Start naming these people, and I'll start thinking, man, well, we got to include a couple other people in this conversation that I just think we constantly, as a whole, sometimes a lot of folks overlook. If you're talking about longevity and relevance, you got to mention Too Short.
Gotta.
If you're talking about longevity and relevance, you absolutely have to mention E40.
Have to.
There's a reason why he's doing Jimmy Kimmel Live. It's a reason why Schoolboy Q or Big Sean or all of these artists, they tap into him for that validation. You got to mention Snoop, too.
Got to mention Snoop.
You know, they tap into these guys for that validation. And so I was thinking about that, Heather B., and I don't know if I ever told this to my cousin, though. I'm not sure if I ever told him that I consider you one of the greatest of all time.
Thank you, folks.
I'm not saying that because you family. I'm just doing the facts.
Thank you.
Like when you put the facts back to back to back to back.
So, thank you. I appreciate that. Coming from you, bro, and I know it's genuine. Thank you.
Oh, I can't make it up. I'm too.
You always been 100 from day one.
Too far in the game. I mean? Yeah, man.
Appreciate that.
27 albums.
Man.
Solo albums.
In real life.
7 solo albums, man.
With blaps on them, all blaps.
All blaps. Cuzzo, can you explain what that is, though, cuz?
Blaps is slaps, like, you know, throbs, like, you know what I mean? Like, how would y'all say it? Like knocking, all knocks, just knocking. All, you know what I mean? Good music, you know? Very rare like a steak. Well put together, quality, the production, lyrically ahead of its time, everything. Yep.
Yo, we talked about this before, but I would like to sit in the studio and watch you write music, like your writing process.
Oh, it's throwed. It's throwed like a Frisbee.
How is it?
I tell you. So it depends on how I'm feeling. So if I see okay, I go in the local booth and I just punch me in. And I just say a few lyrics, like just say it, just like, and then punch. I say a couple of lines, and then just punch me in. I say another one, and then I build it like that sometime. Then I say, let me come back in, let me have a drink. You understand me? Hit this broccoli, and then I might pick up the piece. Then I might get on this thing, go to my notes, and then start play it, and then I just like, you know what I mean? It's throwed. Like I'm all over the place because my man Brian Shafter from RBC, my consultant, he was like, 40, send me some of your lyric sheets, you know, from the past and the future and all that. And I'm like, man, it's throwed. Like, it won't look completed. It'll be, how you going to put it all together? Because I don't do it. I don't write everything down. I'm not a freestyler, none of that shit. I'm just saying, I just go in there and tap in, punch in, and then I'll come back out, write. I might write on a plate, a paper plate.
That's true.
I might write on anything that's in sight that's writable, that you can write on. So it's real throw. And then a lot of times I just, you know, just go. Sometimes it's good to just punch in.
Just punch in.
Yeah, and then do it all over. Or, you understand me? Then by the time you know the song, you it's gassy. Like, you in there. And everything going to work out right because you taking your time with lyrics. People don't listen to my detailed lyrics. They got to really listen to it. I was talking to Rap Genius the other day. I said, man, I'm going to have to go and get there and edit a whole bunch of shit with y'all because they be having my shit fucked up. You know what I'm saying? And they really don't work. They willing to work with me. They're like, man, 40, all the current shit, let's do that, let's fix it. Because it's things that I say that people really go look and say, why they like this dude so much? And then they see some shit that ain't right on the Rap Genius shit and not knowing what I said. Because it's over their head like a shower nozzle, like I'm way ahead of my time. And they catch it hella late.
Well, they got Rob Markman over there now, so it's gotten a lot. They on point.
Good people.
These good people.
Exactly.
That's family over there. So.
Yeah. I thought you said he was in here. I'm like,
no.
Yeah.
So that's interesting. So, like, Wonder, do me a favor. Just throw a beat. So just demonstrate, like, you would just you'll hear a beat and think of a few words and say something.
I do a line at a time. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Okay, like do a line right like that. Okay.
I gotta put the headphone. I can hear.
Oh, put the headphone.
Sitting here with Sway. Got a Chinese AK for a mouthpiece. You see, they call me E Feezy. See, I ain't no freestyler. Like I just, you know what I'm saying. That's how I do my lyrics.
Yeah. But damn it, that would sounded good.
You feel me?
So, 40, you don't never just like write. You ever been home and you just wrote out a whole song?
When I was younger, I'm gonna be honest with you. I have a whole song, the hook, everything written out before I even made the beat.
Right.
But I'm in my late 40s. You feel me? So it's like I ain't got time for all that shit no more. We gonna just punch this shit in. You know what I mean? But and that's a lot of rappers. You know they fresh. They got a lot to get off their chest. I done said everything over 3 times or whatever, and just switch it around and shit like that. Because the game is recycled.
Yeah.
Like all the shit I already said, everybody's saying it now. So the things that people hear from other rappers already said it. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So so a lot of times, and you guys understand what I'm putting out. 20. How many songs I got on each album? 44 songs. So I'm putting out 22 songs per album. I drop 2 albums at a time, and it's not sloppy. It's all gamed up. It's all gassy. And this is a quicker way for me to write. Like I say, I'm all over the place. I might write on a plate. I might write on this. I might go in there and just tap me in, and I come back out, and then I hit the little broccoli and whatnot, and take a little drink or something, and marinate for a minute, watch some sports or something, and just play that beat again, then get back at it. Then I might write. You feel me? It's a thorough process. It's unorthodox.
Yeah, no, because a lot of times, though, when you write at home, it's hard to tap back in to that emotion when you get in the booth. Because you might be feeling one way when you sitting in your bed just writing something out. Then you got to get in the booth and kind of deliver it now. And so I see what you're saying. The difference is being there live, punching it in one by one.
Right on the spot.
Right on the spot.
I wrote some of my good stuff doing that shit.
E40.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
One of the greatest of all time.
Stop
having that conversation if you don't mention them, because then your conversation is bogus.
Very bogus. The ones you think is the greatest right now, because they got 2 or 3 hits or something right now. They doing it for 2 or 3 years or 4 or 5 years. I'm not knocking them, but man, see if they can be. You understand me? Still considered one of the greats after, you understand me, 28, 29 years in this thing, and still relevant, getting money. You understand what I'm saying? And you understand me? And gamed up. You know what I mean? Follow that cap. It got dope in it, man.
Look at his hat.
Yeah, I've been poking this spit, man, for many moons.
Our family wear black hats.
Y'all do look alike. I ain't gonna lie. Now that I see y'all together, y'all look alike. Y'all look alike, though. Now that I see y'all together.
We are family, though, believe it or not.
I know, but
in real life, though.
I see it.
You know, a lot of times, even when Sway was in doing radio on the Sway and King Tech show in the Bay Area, I'm like, is that me talking? Because of our voice, we're in our 40s.
Yeah.
But our voice is similar. Oh, it carries over the air in a similar way. We might not have the same slang. You know what I'm talking about? But I'm like, man, and I got a little cold right now, so so I'm over it.
And I got a little cold right now. You see, I'm over it. See, that sounds just like it right there.
You know what? I can't stand it.
You see that, HB? It's the larynx, HB.
So I'm having a
The what?
I'm having
It's the voice box. See, I've been out of the Bay for so long. So, I'm adapting new dialects.
But you still tap in with the Bay. You Bay Area, you Oakland to the fullest. I'm Vallejo, you Oakland. Our family is from Louisiana. I found out we was cousins. I don't know if y'all know it or not, but we really are blood cousins. Through one of my cousins in Kansas City, he called me, he said, do you know Sway Calloway? I said, yeah, what about him? He said, that's one of our cousins. I say, how? I say, you sure? So, man, they sent me the family tree and everything.
Yeah, I'm looking
like,
at it right now.
Like for real, I call Sway. I say, Sway, hold on, Sway Calloway. What's the other Calloway? Your pops, Calloway. So all this is connected with my granddaddy. You know what I'm talking about? And we Calloway. I call my mama. My mama know everything. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know how you just got that one person in your family that just know everything about the family?
Yeah.
That's my mama. She say, boy, don't you know such? You know what I'm saying? I say, for real? And we all got on the phone, and it's real. It's official.
Real.
That's dope.
So that's crazy. It's just a beautiful thing to be connected with somebody, you understand me, that I already had nothing but love for and respect. You know what I'm saying? But he my family.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
We don't even know. It's hard to grab hold to, because what he did is kind of, you may not realize it, but you helped me learn something about my father and his side of the family that I never knew. Yeah. So I got that from you. So I got the tree right here, Heather B. Mm-hmm. So let me see. How does it work here? Okay, there you go.
So this is on your father's side. Y'all are cousins on Sway's father's side.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep. And my granddad.
Okay, his granddaddy and I don't know if that's your that's our second great grandfather. That's a Nelly. Our siblings. This is my second great grandmother.
Your great great grandmother.
Yeah.
Okay.
And their father. And so it's blood.
It's blood. That's all Louisiana.
Yeah. So that you know.
Wait, why you ain't know your history?
I didn't know either. My mama knew
because 40 didn't tell me yet. But I know now. So
you know now.
So we're gonna work on that doc. I want to trace it all the way back, because that right there is bonkers. And plus, man, I want to introduce you to somebody, man. That's a big fan. We're gonna bring him up in here too, and he's a young hyena.
Okay.
He's a young hyena. Yes. That's coming up next. Sway in the Morning, Shade 4-5. This song is called Own One. The D-Boy Diary, book 1 and 2 in stores Friday. Make sure you pick it up, E40, one of the greatest of all times. What's up, Muggs? Sway in the Morning, Shade 4-5. Yeah. Sway in the Morning, Shade 4-5. 40 Waters in here. The D-Boy Diary, book 1 and 2. What does that mean, the D-Boy Diary?
The D-Boy Diary is pretty much a story about, you understand me growing up in the 80s. Mm-hmm. You know, and just telling my story about, you know, how it was sick out there, way sicker than it is now. Yeah. But it was organized game, not organized lane. Mm-hmm. You feel me? Back in the 80s.
Break that down, organized lane.
Well, when they go get their man, they get it for a reason. It's like not no sucker shit. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And then, not only that, but the game plan, how we was in it actually, it was flamboyant involved, but, when it was going down, it was like, in it to pay bills, help pay the mortgage and whatnot, or the rent, just to get by. You know what I mean? And it was a method to the madness. Mm-hmm. I'm just telling my story about me growing up and surviving the 80s. You feel what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And up to now, the current stuff. You know what I mean? And just showcasing my skills, man, and letting them know it's the D-Boy Diary, books 1 and 2. And I put out 2 albums, you know what I'm talking about, at the same day. And good quality music, and way ahead of its time. It don't have to be right now. A lot of people do whatever it is right now. I fit in. I know how to do that too. I do a little bit of that, but I stay myself at the same time. Yeah, I make sure I stay myself. You're gonna know that's E40. Oh, that's E40, man. Mm-hmm. Love it or hate him, you know what I mean? That's E40.
That's what's up. E40 here, ladies and gentlemen. We got Charles on the line. Charles, what up, man?
Charles, what's poppin'?
What's up, family? How y'all doing? Sway in the Morning. Happy to be Tracy G. How y'all doing?
Maintaining. What's poppin'? Say what's up to E40.
What's up, family? How you doing, folks?
Hey, what's up with you, pimpin'?
What's up with you, man? You probably don't remember me, man. I'm from Vallejo, man. I'm Momo partner. This Sparv, actually. You probably don't remember me, though. This Sparv from back in the neighborhood.
My cousin Momo?
Yeah, cousin Momo.
Wait, hold up. Charles. Our cousin Momo?
You know what? Sway again.